Hello friends, welcome to class. This is the arm balance series and today we are looking at Astavakrasana Eight-Angle Pose. This is a pretty challenging one, not just because it requires a lot of strength and understanding of shifting weight and where your center of balance should be, but it also requires a certain level of flexibility and mobility. So we're going to spend some time warming up your body, specifically your shoulders and your hips, so that you can move into this pose with a little bit more awareness and understanding. So when you're ready, let's begin in a tabletop position, starting with a wrist warm-up. So setting your hands and your knees, we'll begin to move through a figure of 8. So just shifting weight forwards through your hands, back through your knees. Keep this going. You can start slow and then begin to pick up the pace. And then if you really want to challenge yourself, switch directions. So you're moving in your non-habitual direction. Good. And then coming back through center. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, slowly move into downward facing dog. And I mean slowly, give your legs a chance to fully extend. And then you can go ahead and start to pedal out your legs. Start to bring an awareness to your breath, settling into the practice now. Good. Then looking forwards in between your hands. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and lower your back knee down. So we're starting in our lizard lunge today. Come up onto your fingertips, lift your chest. And we'll take 5 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Good. And lift your back knee. So you're just on the balls of your back foot. And start to rock forwards and back. And you should start to feel this in the front of your left thigh and your left hip, which is good. We're targeting your hip flexors here. And so keep it rocking forwards and backwards a few times. Really good. And then open out your back foot. Keep your right hand on the mat. Reach your left arm up. Open your chest to the left side. Holding this here, 5 breaths. Concentrate on keeping the chest broad and open. Wonderful. Lower your left hand down. Step your right foot back to plank. Then holding your plank pose, take a breath in. On your exhale, slowly lower down through chaturanga. Really slow, with control, coming down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Keep your hands next to your rib cage. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Cobra pose. Exhale here. Lower down, come back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset. And then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your back knee down, settling into your lizard lunge again. So nice, deep breaths. So nothing else to do here other than breathe. Wonderful. Then tuck your back toes, lift your knee, start to rock forwards and backwards, generating some heat in the lower body. Good. Open out your back foot, keep the left hand on the mat, reach your right arm up, focus on Opening the chest here as we hold for 5 breaths. At the end of your 5th exhale, step back into plank. Hold your plank for an inhale and lower down through chaturanga on your exhale. Inhale, come through to cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good. Step your right foot forwards this time. Lower your back knee down. This time coming into low lunge. So reach your arms up, lengthen your spine. Keep your head in line with your hips. Take a full breath in and a long exhale out. Lower your left arm by your side. Then start to internally rotate your left shoulder. So roll the left shoulder in. Bend your left elbow so you bring your hand up the back of your body. Then bend your right elbow. See if you can bring the hands together to come into a bind. Don't worry if the hands don't quite clasp. You could reach for your clothing, or if you have a strap, you could use a strap too. Then once you find this position, focus on lengthening your spine. And we'll hold for 5 steady breaths. So really slowing down the breath a few moments here. Wonderful. Slowly release the bind. Relax both arms by your side. If the shoulders feel a little sensitive, roll them back a few times. Roll them forwards. You may even feel like a rushing sensation, like all of the blood is just rushing through your arms now. That's okay, it's perfectly normal. Edge your right foot to the right side and then bring both hands on the inside of your right foot. Then lift your back knee just like before. And this time start to bend your elbows, lower your chest, and see if you can bring your right arm through your right leg. So coming out to the side. Keep bending your arms, keep sending your chest down, and see if you can wriggle that right shoulder under your right thigh. You could hold onto your right ankle here, or reach the arm out to the side, whatever works for you. And we're gonna hold this here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Bring your right hand back on the inside of your foot. Open out your back foot. Reach your left arm up again, coming back into that previous position. Except this time we're going to go for a bind. So start by internally rotating the left shoulder, then bend your left elbow so your hand is coming behind your back. Lower that right shoulder down on the inside of the right thigh. Then reach your right arm around the back of your leg. See if you can bring the hands together in a bind. Don't worry if you're not fully there, it's okay. Use your clothing, use whatever you have. And we'll hold this here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, step back to plank. And on your exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, so left foot steps forwards, coming into your low lunge. Reach your arms up, create lots of length. Head is in line with hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then relax your right arm by your side this time. Start to internally rotate your right shoulder. Then bend your elbow so your hand comes up your back. Bend your left arm. See if you can bring the hands together in a bind. So take a few moments here. Start to deepen your breath. No need to force anything. Just be wherever you are. Wonderful. Slowly release the bind. Relax your arms by your side. Again, if you've got that rushing feeling, if the shoulders feel sensitive, it's okay. Give your shoulders a few rolls back, maybe shaking your arms all together. Then bring both hands on the inside of your left leg. Lift your back knee, and as you come into your lizard, start bending your elbows. See if you can send your chest down, and start to edge your left arm under your leg. Seeing if you can bring your shoulder under your leg. So it takes a little bit of maneuvering, a little bit of fidgeting. So do what you need to do, and then we'll hold this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring your arm back on the inside of your leg. Open out your back foot, reach your right arm up. Then from this position, start to internally rotate right shoulder. Bend the elbow, so you're reaching behind your back. Then lower that left shoulder down on the inside of left thigh and reach through your leg, bringing the hands together in a bind. Again, no pressure if you're not in the full bind. Use your clothing, use what you've got, make the pose work for you. And then we'll hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Hands come back to the mat, step back to plank. And slowly lower down, chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing. Pedal out the legs here, give them a little break. Chance to reset. Good. And then find your way into a seated position. So we'll start cross-legged to begin. Then from your cross-legged position, keep your lower left leg so it is level with your body. And bring your right leg over the top. So we're stacking both legs like fire logs, which is where the pose name gets its name from. So here we're looking to keep knee in line with foot, foot in line with knee. And don't worry if your knee is all the way up here. That's okay. This pose is going to look different for everybody's body. So all we're doing here is holding this. If you do want to make it a little bit more intense, walk your hands forwards, start folding forwards. And as you do this, you'll start to really feel the difference. So slow things down with your breath. Nothing else to do here except hold. Okay, sit yourself back up if you fold it forwards, and then we're going to switch the stack of the legs. So the right leg will be on bottom, left leg will be on top. This side may be very different to the other side, so that is worth knowing. And then again, if you want to increase the intensity, walk forwards, fold forwards, and hold it there. Okay, sitting all the way back up now. And then you can open your legs out, but keep your knees bent. And just let your knees knock side to side. Just a few times in each direction. Good. And then you can come back to your cross-legged position. Then from here, pick up your left foot and try to bring your leg in towards your chest. And as you hold your foot, you're just going to rock your leg side to side, rocking like a baby. If you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging, bring the foot to the inside of the right elbow so that you can wrap both arms around your leg. Try to bring that leg into your chest as close as you can as you rock side to side. Good. So a few more times like this, really warming up the hip, the left side hip at least. Good. From here, keep a hold of your leg, sit over on your right side so you lift the left side buttocks. Then holding onto your foot, draw it back behind you. So you're starting to get that knee back behind your body. Good. Lift the foot a little bit higher and then bring your left arm on the inside of your leg and try to lift that knee so the back of your knee is resting on your shoulder. So similar to the way that we practiced in lizard lunge. And again, this can take a little bit of fidgeting around with just to get that knee in position. Once it's there, lower your left hand and you'll have to let go of the foot as you place your right hand down. Then cross your right ankle over your left and flex your feet so they're locked, so they're not going to move. Then comes the tricky bit. From here, you'll have to shift your weight forwards, so it's this rocking motion. So you can even practice this a few times, rocking back and forwards. And then as you rock forwards, extend your legs to lift your hips. You'll have to squeeze your legs together so that they don't escape your arm. And try to bring your chest down low. Hold 3, 2, 1. Lift back up. Come back to your cross-legged position. So like I said, lots of things going on. It's definitely not an easy one, but first just getting the rock so you get that momentum. Then it all happens very quickly. So the hips lift, the legs straighten, send your chest down low so your chest is fairly level with the floor. So let's go again on the other side. So take your right foot, start to draw that leg side to side. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, see if you can hug your leg in close to your chest. Cradling your leg like a baby. Good, and then holding onto the foot, draw it back. So you're trying to bring that knee back behind your body. Good, and then sit over on your left side so the right side lifts and bring your right arm on the inside of your leg. Then you're trying to get the back of your knee resting on the back of your shoulder. This is the part that is really challenging, but sets the foundation for the pose. So try to get that there. Then lower your right hand down, left hand down, left foot crosses over right. Flex your feet so your feet aren't going to slide off one another. And then just practice rocking. Maybe as you rock, you can lift the hips. And then all together, rock forwards, straighten the legs, send the chest down, hips lift. Try to hold 3, 2, 1. Come back up, find a seated position. It's likely that the wrists are feeling a little bit sensitive now, so clasp your hands together, roll them out. Start to slow down your breath too. And lastly, you can shake out your hands all together. And then come into a kneeling position. Keep your toes together, but open your knees as wide as your mat. And start to walk your hands forwards, lowering yourself down into child's pose. Taking the final few moments of our class here just to give back to our bodies a little bit. To wind down. So knowing that we are coming to the end of the class, you can really start to relax here. Let go. Letting go of any expectations, any judgment, anything that happened in this class. And as the time passes, you may feel your body starts to respond and soften. If that's the case, move into those soft areas. So if you need to adjust your posture a little bit more so you can enjoy the pose a while longer, go ahead. When you're ready, come and meet me in a kneeling position. Keeping the eyes closed for now, just settle back in. Letting your shoulders relax down the back away from your ears. Letting your belly be soft. The breath can do as it does, no need to control it in any way. Just taking this time to appreciate your body, appreciate your hard work. Know that it's okay if you didn't get it first time round. There's always next time. Bring your hands together in prayer. Bow your head. Saying an internal thank you to yourself, to your body, to the practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.